Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I want to see who is available to have a quick conversation, and then I got to jump into some work. I had an 11 o'clock appointment with a client, and it got canceled at the last minute. And if y'all know anything about me, I hate last minute cancellations, but I do try to use the time effectively. I have notes that I can get into. I got videos I can upload, and that's actually what I'm going to jump into here shortly, is jump into uploading some videos to YouTube. That's what I will be doing. So that's what I'm getting set up now. So I can upload some videos to YouTube with this hour that I'm getting back. But I just wanted to jump on. Good morning. Is it Black Caesar? Okay, good morning. Thank you. I just want to jump on and talk a little bit because I'm like y'all know, I'm further along in the Dr. Umar interview, and I'm going to be posting some more content because there was so much good that came out of that. There was so much good that came out of that interview. Now, there were things in there that I don't agree with, and one of them being polygyny. Okay. Good morning, Glam Gal 79. Yeah. So, he really believes that polygyny is the answer. That is the answer to get the Black community back on track. And he is specifically talking about the Black community. And so I am in a polygyny relationship. I love my life. Okay. Airy roses. Yeah, please tell us more because, hey, hello. Please tell us more because that's what he believes is the answer. I can tell you this. So as a person of the Christian faith, and I am pretty devout in my walk. I am pretty devout in my walk as a Christian. That is definitely not something I support or that my faith supports. And honestly, my common sense just doesn't support it. Like, we have seen people who attempted in the Bible to live this way, and we've seen the consequences of it. So even if people say, well, people in the Bible did it, people in the, Old Testament did it, and, that was a thing, but we also see some very negative consequences of it. So in my mind, that speaks for itself. So even if God, he didn't have to come down and say, oh, you're not supposed to do this. But just looking at the stories, just looking at the stories of people who were in these situations and how those situations turned out. Like, in my mind, that's lesson enough for me. But God has, he has said that when Christ died on the cross, that took us back to his original design, which is one man and one woman. So God has spoken against it. And Christ was the answer. But I have Christian folks, I kid y'all not, I've had to unfollow them. I've had Christian folks who are pushing polygyny. They're kind of pushing that and talking about that on their platform a lot. And I had a conversation with them and I unfollowed them. And I let them know that, because one thing you need to know about me, I'm never going to do anything and you don't know why I do it. Like, if Anita don't do nothing else, she be talking. And so I was like, yeah, no, we're not of the same like mind. That's not something I want to support. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm not saying you're an awful person, but I cannot align myself with that rhetoric. Like, I will not align myself with that rhetoric. And you continue to talk about that. You continue to say, yeah, Christians need to practice polygyny and da-da-da. And it hasn't been condemned by God. It hasn't been condemned. Like, I can't align myself with that because that, in my opinion, is not the truth. That is not the truth. So I've had some people push back on me, say, oh, why can't we be cool? Why can't we? Because you are spouting a rhetoric that I cannot condone, I cannot allow, I cannot align myself to. I do not believe that is God's way. So, okay. And guess what? I am libertarian in some regard. You have every right to talk about that. You have every right to believe in that. I believe that. I'm not out trying to stop people from doing what they're doing. I'm just not going to participate. I'm not going to align myself. That to me is the healthy response. I'm not going to speak against anyone. I'm not going to say I hate anyone, but I'm not going to align myself with it. And see, that's what I don't understand about today. It's like people want to do what they want to do, but they want you to co-sign it. You don't need me to co-sign what you're doing. You don't need me to continue to follow you and like your you don't need that. Do you. Do you. But understand when you do you, that people are going to do them. Okay? And so Anita doing her is I don't align to any of that. I don't agree with it and I will not align to it. That's my right. And you have your right to do that. You have your right to speak about it and post about it and talk about it. And I have my right not to be involved in it. I have my right to not follow you, not like your posts, not, align myself with your message. That's it. So that's what is so funny to me. People have their difference of opinion or their way, but it's like, it's not valid until you validate it. No, it's valid because it's what you want to do. It's a whole lot of things Anita do that don't nobody like doing or don't want to do. I don't care about y'all. Like, how many times am I going to say this? I do what I do because I do it. I validate myself. Some other people need to start doing that. Validate yourself. Stop looking for this outside validation for what you do. Just do you. That's it. Okay. All right. I'm going to look at these comments because I had several comments roll in while I was talking. All right. There we go. Okay. So Airy Roses, I would really love you to talk to us a little bit about, and I don't know if you want to go live. I don't know if you want to go live with us, but I would really love for you to talk more about it. And that is just so that I can get educated. It's probably not going to change my mind, but, I'm an open-minded person. I want to hear people out. I want to hear what their story is and what they're about. It's probably not going to change how I do life, but, I want to be open. Real Dope Daddy says that's nonsense. I would love to know more about that. It can be the answer for financially successful men. If not, it's a joke. Okay, because remember, the idea is that you as a man have to take on the responsibility of multiple women. So I agree with you on that. If you are not a man that's in a position to do that, it's a nightmare. Okay. We matron each other and help each other with children. I personally believe that men cannot covet another man's wife and women cannot commit adultery. Okay. Interesting. That's what Airy Roses is saying. She's saying she's in a polygamous relationship. Real Dope Daddy says men say it's better because it's more hands on deck. But if that's true, why not have men also added into the marriage? You could accomplish more than just having women in the marriage. Ha! Interesting. But we all know men ain't signing up for that. Men not signing up to have no other dicks in the room. Okay? So just understand, that's how men work. There will only be one dang-a-lang in the room. That's how a man's ego works. Peace, love, wisdom. Completely agree, Anita. Nobody ever wants to really examine the lives those men with multiple wives lived. Their demise was rough. Exactly. So to me, read the stories. Read the stories of men with multiple wives. Read the story of Abraham and Sarah. Read the story. She's given her handmaiden, her handmaiden to him to have a baby with, and it was a total nightmare. It was a total nightmare. The woman got put out into the wilderness with her child. No, thank you. No, thank you. So no, that's just what I have seen based on me reading the Bible, okay, is that it don't work out good. So that's enough for me. I don't need God to come down with brimstone and fire and say, don't do this. No, just look at the examples. It don't work out. Thank you, Tynette Daniels. She says, you're talking right. Yeah, it just don't work out. Okay, Airy Rosa said, what I heard as to why people say multiple men is tricky because if there is one woman and multiple men, without scientific intervention, it's almost impossible to know who the father is. Agreed. And you are exactly right. That is a biological fact. Men require a level of loyalty and fidelity. They need to know that is their child. That is their confirmation. So monogamy amongst men and women for a man, that is confirmation of the birth. That is confirmation that he is the father. So that is why They say that. Exactly. You are exactly right. Freedom of choice. Yeah, like I said, that's what you're doing. Like I tell people, why are we tripping? Now, I don't have to participate. I don't have to participate. But if that's what you're doing, to some extent, I am libertarian in that regard. I let people do them. I don't hate people. I don't speak out against what they're doing. I don't. I just say that's not something I will ever align to. It's not something I will ever co-sign. Because remember, while we're giving people their right to do them, we have a right to do us. And that's what we have lost in society today. We want, okay, I'm doing this. I need everybody to co-sign it. I need everybody to agree with it. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because like I said, let's talk about this. Okay. I am not vaccinated. I am not vaccinated. I've never gotten vaccinated and never will get vaccinated. And that's called my business. That's called my choice. I just chose to share it with y'all on my platform. But I don't care what people think about that. In the height of the pandemic, there were people, I lost their friendship. I lost their acquaintanceship through the height of the pandemic. What? You're not getting vaccinated and blah and this and that. Okay. And guess what, y'all? I was cool with it. To this day, I'm cool with it. Nobody is going to tell me what I can put in my body or can't, or what I should do with my body or can't. That's never going to happen. As long as I live here and it's a free country and me not getting vaccinated didn't hurt a fly, didn't hurt anybody, nah, we're not doing that. So again, I didn't need anyone's validation. I didn't need anyone pumping me up and telling me, oh, that's a great idea. No, you don't have to agree. As a matter of fact, quite the opposite happened. Quite the opposite happened in my own family, my own mother. You sure? You sure? And then look, I couldn't see my mother for a whole year. Because she was like, nope. Until this thing get under control, you're not vaccinated, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay. I would drop stuff off over there. I would talk to her on Zoom, talk to her on FaceTime. Okay. But it's not going to change the choice I made for myself. That's what you ain't going to do. Because last I checked, I'm grown. I'm grown. Okay. So why I need other people validation for what I'm doing? And a lot of y'all, no. If men cannot afford it, he probably shouldn't do it. Exactly. Thank you for bringing that up, Airy Roses. Thank you. Okay. So a big part of this, gentlemen, is that y'all got to be able to afford 2 wives. You got to be able to handle all the finances in the household. And last I checked, remember the little 50-50 argument we had a couple weeks back? Y'all can't even pay 100% for one woman. How you going to do polygyny? You don't want to pay all the bills for the one woman you got. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, she said no because they are territorial beings, for sure. Like I said, there can only be one dick in the room. Okay? Sorry, not sorry. Okay? They ain't having it. Men are not having it. They're not opening up to that. Men aren't the only ones that are territorial. Agree. I know I am. I told you. Y'all know Anita. When I have a man, that man is mine. I use that word frequently. You are mine. You belong to me. And I've had some men, they just the sound of it. They're like, well, dang, Anita, why you got to make it seem like it's ownership? I said, to some regard, it is. To some regard, it is. Okay? I am taking responsibility for you. I want you to take responsibility for me. If you are my man, I expect ownership from you. I expect to belong to you. I want to be yours and you are mine. So if all that makes you uncomfortable, I'm not for you. Because that's how Anita roll. Okay? If I say I care for you, I love you, I'm willing to sacrifice, I'm willing to take responsibility, all of that. If that make you uncomfortable, then we are not a good fit. That Abraham and Sarah story has me baffled every time. Exactly. Thank you. Exactly. Airy Roses says, may I ask? Please do. Please do. How do a female be a challenge for the man she is dating? A challenge. I don't know if that's the right wording, but I definitely think you should be hard to get and easy to be with. That's what I tell women. Be hard to get and easy to be with. Okay? So a man is going to do the hard work on the front end, and he is going to enjoy. He is going to reap the rewards on the back end. That's how it should go. Then to me, that's how it should go with anything in life. Anything gotten easily is not valued. Okay? So if you're laying down with a man within 2 weeks or 3 dates or whatever it is today, that man is not going to value you. There was no absolute earning. There was no absolute, effort put forth at all. And, let's go here. If he gets it too easy, he don't trust you, because in his mind, whatever you doing with him is what you doing with everybody else. So, But be hard to get and be easy to be with. And remember the easy to be with part, ladies. So if a man has met my standards and stays within my boundaries and puts time, energy, and effort in, he's willing to invest. If he's done all of that and we are now exclusive and committed, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I am easy to be with. You want to go and do such and so? Yeah, that's good. What about going to this restaurant? That sounds great. That's what time you should be on. You shouldn't keep being, so difficult all the time. Now, be authentic. Be your authentic self. But for the most part, most men who date me, once they're in a relationship with me, they hear yes way more than they hear no. Way more. That's what easy to be with means. Doesn't mean they don't never hear no. They hear no, but they hear yes more than they hear no. Because by that time, I vetted you. I trust you, right? I vetted you. I trust you. There's no reason for me to keep telling you no. Okay? But please ask your question. All right? Yes. I pay 100% for a woman, and my love is situated in a way that I could only perceive of doing that for one woman. Good for you. I only have a finite amount of capacity, and it's full to the brim with my wife and kids. Good for you. You one of the good ones. You are one of the good ones, because honestly, gentlemen, like, if you're being honest with yourself, that is the truth. That is the truth. Most men cannot handle two women with their cycle and their estrogen and progesterone and all the stuff they got going on and their emotions and their feelings. Y'all can't even handle one. You can't handle one woman well, and you want two. And then this the reason why you saying that. This is the reason why Dr. Umar is saying that. This gentleman, Dr. Umar, he said, yeah, y'all got to be willing to, I'm going to go on these trips, and I'm going to be away in Africa, and I'm going to be here, and I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be there for 30 days. I'm going to be gone for extended periods of time, and you got to be able to deal with that. Can I be honest? The reason why he need two wives is because he want them to keep each other company. He's still not performing his duties as a husband. That's why he needs the two wives. I don't even think it's about, I just want to have sex with two different women. I think he's setting up a system so that he doesn't have to do his part as the other partner, as the mate, as the husband. He's setting up two wives in the same house. Basically, they girlfriends is keeping each other company. And sure, when he's there, he'll spend time with each of them or whatever. But really, I'm going to be honest, it's really about them keeping each other company. Like, he's all but saying, I'm not going to be there to fulfill your emotional needs. That other woman in the house is going to help you with your emotional needs. She's going to help keep the house and the children and all of that. That's really what he's saying. I'm not available to meet your emotional needs. So ladies, don't fall for it. And unless you're a lesbian, can we go here? Unless you're a lesbian, you won't get your sexual needs met either. Because Anita not going 30 days. You not going off to Africa for 30 days and I'm not getting no sex. That ain't going to happen. That's not going to happen. In Anita world, that's not going to happen. So that is a problem. And he talking about, I'm an activist. I could lose my life at any time. And, it seems glamorous. No, that don't seem glamorous to me. You being an activist don't seem glamorous. You being on podcasts, you being on the Breakfast Club, to me, that don't seem glamorous. All of that says that's all time that we're not having. There's nothing glamorous about that, if I can be honest. All of that is time you're spending talking to everybody else but me. So that's what Anita is on. She said exactly that has baffled me as well. A lot of men complain about financing the life of one woman, but they somehow think they can finance the life of two. It just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, it's insane, y'all. It is insane. It is insane. And like I said, it's like men like it in theory, but when the rubber hits the road, they're like, okay, I gotta pay for it. Yeah. I gotta pay for all of this. And I gotta hear two women in my ear, like one on each side. No, it's not fun, bro. Ain't nothing fun about it. The reason why y'all can maintain the side chick is because it's like here and there, in and out, No, the side chick doesn't live with you and your wife all the time. That's why you can maintain it. That's why you seeing her once a week. I could do that. Like anybody can do that. I could have a husband here in my house and run off with some man over the weekend. Anybody can do that. No, polygyny is not that. It is two women living in the same house with you and y'all's children all at the same time, all the time. That's what you're missing. But anybody can do the whole side chick, side man, cheating on the wife. Yeah, that's real exciting. But let the side chick move in with you and be there all the time and have a say about what temperature the thermostat is on and why you leaving your socks on, why you ain't putting your stuff in the hamper and what's going on with the washer. Let the side chick move in and start talking like that, and let's see what happens. Okay, Airy Roses says, have you read The Red Tent, the story of Jacob, Leah, and Rachel, and Jacob's daughter, Dinah? I have. To me, that story inspired me. I have read that. I'm very familiar with. But the reality is, Jacob, his love was for Leah, for Rachel, not Leah. Leah was not who he set his sights on. He, in my opinion, got tricked into polygyny. That was not his intention. His love and care was always for Rachel, and he definitely showed that. He showed that by working all those years. All those years. He could have given up. When he worked all those years and he got Leah, he could have said, well, I can't do it. I can't do another 7 years. He could have went about his business, but he didn't. His love was for Rachel. And I don't think it was his intention to be in a polygamous marriage at all. Okay. So again, that's what I know about the Bible, is that was not his intention. And that's what he kind of got tricked into. So, no, thank you. Zach Rohde is amazing. I am familiar with him and I am familiar with his work. Does he support polygyny? Last I checked, he's married to one woman. I think they have a son. They might have a special needs son. But is he a proponent of polygyny? I am very familiar with his work. I've had 2 or 3 of his books. Does that mean don't answer every time he calls or play games? We're never going to play games. Remember, we are going to be our authentic self. Be authentic. Be your real self. Okay? Now, if a man was calling me 10 times a day, in my world, I don't have time to talk to him 10 times a day. I'm doing things. What if a man called me right now and I'm on this live with you? I'm not cutting this live off to talk to him. I'm doing something. So you should have a life that says, I can't take your call 10 times a day. I can't respond to your text within 2 minutes. I'm doing stuff. Be authentic. Now, if you ain't doing nothing, that's a whole nother ball game, and that's going to send the message that you ain't doing nothing. But in my life, I'm doing stuff. I don't play games with men. I just have a life. I live the life God gave me and purposed me to do. And within that life, I set up healthy boundaries. But if you ain't doing nothing and you answering this call every time, just understand that sends the message. I ain't got nothing better to do. And I am at your beck and call because I ain't got nothing better to do. Anita got a whole lot of things to do. I am put on this planet and purpose to do something God instructed me to do. So the man has to understand that, just like I want a man, that the same thing is true of him. God has put him here for a purpose and a reason. And I have to understand that. My man is doing X, Y, and Z. That's what he's purposed to do. And I'm not always going to get to talk with him. I don't have access to him like that. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. He makes time for me. I make time for him. He knows where my heart is. I know where his heart is. So we're never going to play games. We're going to be our authentic self, but have a life. Have a rich, full life that he gets folded into, and you get folded into his life. That's it. That's it. If I'm doing something, so perfect example, was it last Sunday? Saturday, I was out at the wine tasting with my daughter. And I don't drink, but my daughter turned 21. She wanted to go to the wine tasting. So I took her, and it was like 20 women, and we did a wine flight. I think I had a sip. But, my daughter she wanted to taste wine. I was like, okay, you're 21 now. But I was doing something. I was with my daughter. So anybody that called me, anybody that texted me, I didn't answer because I'm with my daughter. If that man is my man, I explain that. Hey, I'm out with my daughter. We're at this wine tasting event. I'll call you later. That's it. But see, when you have a rich, full life, you don't have to do that. You're just living your life and you have healthy boundaries around your life. That's what I want for every woman. Live your life. Have a rich, full life. Okay? All right. Okay, yes. Anyone can lose their life at any time. Yeah. Yep. But this polygyny argument, okay. His son passed away. Whose son? Okay. Okay. But, yeah. Oh, he did. Zach. Oh my gosh. I did not know that. Oh, I did not know that. Yeah, I knew he had a special needs child. Oh, my heart goes out to him. Okay, Zach Brody does not support polygyny, and that is within his frame and freedom of choice. It is. That's it. It's for people who are into that, and if you're not, that's okay. But I am sad to hear that. I did know, that he had a special needs son. I'm really sorry to hear that. But I have read some of his books, and I'm gonna be honest and say 90% of it is fact. Like 90% of it I agree with. I could have wrote it. 90% of what he's talking about. So I don't know if he and his wife will have any more children. Hopefully they will. But I have, I think, 2 or 3 of his books, and 90% of it is a fact. It's dead on. It's what I tell women. It's what I teach. Okay. But yeah, I'm not sure about the polygyny argument that is what's going to rebuild the Black community specifically. I think that's just going to create more chaos. Like, we are just asking for more chaos. Okay. She says, I do have a life. He texts me when he wakes up in the morning. Then he calls me when we're out on our way to work. So I text him in the middle of the day to see how his day is going. Then he calls me when he gets off of work. Am I doing too much? No, I think that's perfectly fine. If you all are in an exclusive dating relationship, yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's it. And so he's reaching out to you. He is initiating. You're reciprocating. Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine. Okay, he has a daughter from what I remember. Okay, I need to look into that. Because I knew he had a special needs son. But yeah, good. That's great. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Tynette Daniels said, nope, that's perfect. Yeah, I think that's totally perfect. But the fact that he works, he's busy. See, he's doing what he can do, but he's not sitting around calling you 10 times a day. Because to me, he's busy. He's working. All right, y'all, my internet. I don't know what's going on with the internet. But men are purposed, to do what it is they're doing. So we cannot expect them to reach out to us 10 times a day. And I have to get on women about that. I really do. And to me, it's entitled. It's coming across as I ain't got nothing to do. like the man is your source of entertainment, which is crazy. That's crazy to me. I have to get on my daughter about that. Stop hassling him. Stop expecting him to be your source of entertainment. Get a life. Get a life. That's not healthy. To expect a man to entertain you at every turn. So that's it. She said, I miss what you said about him texting and calling. No, I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect what y'all are doing. He's initiating and you're reciprocating. Did I talk about why women cheat and why men cheat? So the overarching conclusion for cheating will always be a character issue. It's a character flaw. Because people who have strong character, people who have morals and have values, cheating is never an option. So cheating has never been an option for me. I've been cheated on, and I have pulled that trigger to let that person go. It was never an option for me to cheat back. I have been in relationships where I felt neglected, where I felt ignored, where I felt like that person was not, initiating or even reciprocating, and I pulled the trigger. Like I left him alone. Because to me, cheating is never an option. For a person of high moral character, cheating destroys their reputation. So think about that. Why would I cheat on a man who I don't feel like is giving me enough time, energy, or effort? Why would I go out and cheat on him when I could just leave him alone? Like, think about that. If I can find a partner to cheat on, why wouldn't I just find a new partner? That don't make no sense. And when I break it down like that and people see, oh, like if I can find a partner to cheat on my man with, just find a new partner. That's it. Same for men, right? If you can find a partner to cheat on your woman with because she's not giving you enough sex or she's disrespecting you or blah, just find another partner. That's it. And again, it says something about your moral character. It says something about your integrity. You see cheating as an option. To me, people who cheat are lazy. So instead of being brave, being courageous, letting the relationship go that isn't meeting your need, because that's what I want to see happen. This relationship isn't meeting my needs. I'm going to let it go. And I'm going to go out here and forge a new path. And again, you're cheating. So you're getting these people from somewhere. Just seek out people to date. Like, that's what I don't understand. Just go get another woman. Go get another man. Because to me, if you're cheating, then that's what you're doing. What's the difference? So that's my common sense answer. The overarching theme is character, is integrity, is moral character. Those of us who live by a set of moral standards. I don't cheat. I don't lie. I don't steal. I don't covet what other people have, right? I treat other people the way I want them to treat me. Those of us who live and die by that, we don't cheat. It does not matter if my man is ignoring me. It does not matter if my man's been gone for 6 months in the military. It does not, none of that matters. I made a commitment to this man, and even if the man cheats on me, what tell me the common sense of cheating, revenge cheating. Make it make sense. The man cheats on me. Guess what the revenge is? Anita leaves him alone forever, and now Anita is out of his life forever. That's the revenge. And I can't tell y'all how many men show up in my phone, okay? Show up in my phone every 2 to 3 months that realize that. Well, dang, I know this happened, and I know I neglected you, and I know I did this, and I know okay, but that's the revenge, ladies. Leave them alone. Remove you from their lives. Let them feel what that really feels like. Let them see what that feels like, and they will kick themselves forever. But see, when you cheat back, now you the same as them. You just as low as them. You just as dirty as them. That will never be, baby. I will never be as low as you. Like I said, I'm staying up on this pedestal. You can be assured of that. I ain't taking myself down. I'm not letting you take me down. Okay? I will always be the better one. Between the two of us, I will always be the better one. And look, that's what burned them alive. That's why my ex-husband, he feel burned alive with the thought of, dang, Anita will always be better than me. She will always be better than me. Like, I'm the dirty dog. I'm the one that will forever in this situation be the dirty dog. I love it. That's why I don't cheat. Because that, to me, is forever. Like, you're going to take that to your grave. Okay? That this woman never lied, never cheated on me, never did me bad. No, I did all this to her. She left me alone. She went about her business. She living a great life. She's happy. Dang. Darn it. Like, you ain't never going to forget that. That, to me, is memorable. So, y'all need to start adopting that way. Okay? But if you can go and find a cheating partner, just find another partner. I don't understand it. That's my common sense. And like I said, clearly common sense ain't too common, because that's just how I think. Like, okay, you out here cheating on your spouse, on your mate with somebody, just go about your business. Go about your business and engage that person and date that person. But it ain't going to work out, especially if it's a rebound. You go from me and 2 or 3 weeks later, you with somebody else, it won't work out. I can almost assure you of that. The statistics is in my favor. 80 to 90% of rebounds do not last. The ones that do last become toxic. There's only like a 5% or 3% chance that your rebound is going to turn into a real healthy relationship. It ain't. Men aren't used to women walking away from them permanently. Exactly. That's why I said they stay in my phone. They like, I can't believe this. They stay in my phone. Most women struggle with walking away. Not Anita. Not Anita. And they can't believe it. And look, I've had men, when they doing the rounds, and so they doing the rounds of all the women they dated, right? So then here they come toward me, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm good, all right, bye. And then they'll go to other women, right? So now they're like, well, darn, Anita ain't fall for it. So then they go to their other exes. They be telling the other exes about me. Yeah, Anita she won't have nothing to do with me. Can you believe that? And then thinking, why are you telling me this? Like, why are you over here on my phone talking to me about her? I kid y'all not. I can't make this up. Because you can go about your business. I know what I bring. I know my worth and value. I know everything that I bring to a man. When that man is with me, there are things about Anita he will never experience again in life. I know this in my soul, in my spirit. That's why when I have to pull that trigger, I'm like, oh man, I'm about to mess you up forever. About to mess you up forever. Y'all, I don't know what is going on with my internet. Okay, neither are women used to the man walking away either, because the majority of the victims are women who have been cheated on. It's true. It's true. Yes, I can't make this up. So, ladies, I always tell y'all that if I could download anything in you, it would be the power to walk away. I think that is a very powerful skill that women need to master. You need to learn how to walk away. And how about this? Your skill of walking away could actually change a man. Like, it can change a man permanently. That's why I think it's important to have it. So even if you walked away and a year later, that man's totally changed, totally different, got his life together. Let's say he come back and you take him back and y'all go off to have a great relationship. Okay, there's power in that. There's power in that. That's why I'm telling people, that's how you change a man. You leave him alone. That is how a woman can change a man. Leave him alone and watch what happens. Let's see what happened. But if you don't, you are complicit in his behavior staying the same. That's what you're saying. Hey, I know you cheating and lying and doing me dirty is hurting my feelings, but, I'm going to keep staying around. I'm going to keep hoping you change. No. Then if the woman accepts what she has done, tells him that they completely understand that they want to walk away, that's another door that opens, because the woman normally does not admit that. There we go. I don't know what is going on with the internet, y'all. I really don't. My apologies. I'm going to close this out because I've got to figure out what's going on with the internet in my house. It keeps going in and out. We had a storm here. What's today? Wednesday? We had a storm on Sunday and Monday. So I don't know if that's got something to do with it. It's also very cold, but the internet keeps going in and out. Booked by Brit. Do you have a TikTok? No, I do not have a TikTok because I want them to ban TikTok. And I have a whole host of reasons as to why that is. I do not support TikTok and will never be on it. So, okay. All right. I'm going to close this down. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you all. She says, should I get mad if he texts me and not call one day? No, but you do need to set a standard. If you prefer a call over a text, just set a standard. Just tell him I prefer if you call instead of text. Airy Roses says, I really like this conversation. Thank you for the help and the support. You are welcome. And I appreciate you educating us on polygyny. Because like I said, I don't know anybody that's in a polygamous relationship, or I don't know very much about it. I just know it's not for me. So that's all I know. It's not something I'm open to, but like I said, I let people do them, and that's perfectly fine. Do you? All right. Have a great rest of your day. If you are somewhere in the country that it is incredibly cold and snowy and icy, please, please, please stay warm. Make sure you have everything you need in case your electricity goes out. Have a fabulous day. And as always, stay open to love.